Hey friends, CJ Talks here. Just wanted to take a moment before the video starts to praise God Almighty for giving me the courage and the wisdom for doing these videos. And to you, the watcher, I would greatly appreciate it if you would do the thing that's written in red below me uh, to encourage me to do future videos. And before the video begins, I just want to say, may God bless you and be safe. Hello, friends. CJ Talks here. You know, that ugly old guy? He's back. This time I'm just going to do a little short story that I heard many, many years ago, probably about 30 years ago. I don't know the source of its origins. Those who want to Google it, y'all can look into it and tell me who the originator was. I would like to give credit to that person. But anyway, this story's always been one of my favorites, and I just want to take a moment to share it with you. And it goes like this. This was many years ago. It was in a Midwestern town. It was a rural farming community, and this particular year they were going through a very traumatic drought. The drought was such that it would cripple the town's economy, and it was just not a good thing. You know, it hadn't rained for weeks and weeks and weeks, and the crops were starting to wither, and if something didn't happen, then their economy would be devastated. And yes, they did have an irrigation system, but it did not cover the whole area of all the crops. So it would have been a tremendous financial loss had nothing been done. So anyway, the town decided to get together. They collectively decided that they would meet at the school's auditorium, where it housed a bunch of people, probably 1,000 or so. Like I said, it was a small community. They appointed a specific time, which they decided that the best time would be on a Sunday toward the evening hours, and everybody agreed to it. And when that day finally arrived, they were still under drought conditions, and the family in particular that I'm going to talk about, I had a little daughter. She There I am going with the us again. I thought I stopped that, but uh, 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 anyway, the daughter was carrying something that the parents noticed, but they made no comment about it. You know, children will do what they do. So they get to the auditorium. The parking lot was capacity full, and people were ushering in to the auditorium, and this particular family, they went in likewise. So at the point in time when I guess the councilman or council member took to the microphone to announce what they were doing, they decided that they would have clergy to be present, and they were going to collectively have prayer that the Lord would help over this crisis with this drought. So one by one, members of the town came up to the microphone. They explained their concerns and their stresses. They talked about their financial loss. They talked about the urgency of needing rain, or even purchasing another irrigation system that would better serve their needs. Many voices were heard, and finally, at the conclusion of it, the clergy got up and he basically said a word of prayer, asking for the Lord's guidance and also asking for the Lord to present rain to come down on their town so that the crops would not be lost. And as it were, an hour or so after the meeting had commenced and it was about to break up, they heard a thunderous clap from outside, which was an indication of rain. So it amazed a lot of people. They were grateful and thankful. But as they were going out the door and as they started seeing the rains pour down, the little girl, she took her object, a small umbrella, out, and she put it over her head to keep her head from getting wet. And the parents asked her why she brought the umbrella, and she point blank told her parents, well, Mom, Dad, you told me that we were going to go and pray for rain, so I brought my umbrella. So it's a cute little story. It's been in my mind for like forever, but it has a good point to it, which basically is when you pray with a childlike faith that God will and does answer prayers. Hope you enjoyed that story. May God bless you and be safe.